What's up guys, PPD here and welcome to episode 50 of my road to Manchester City, the big 5-0, halfway to 100. I don't know if we're going to get to 100 episodes, but if we do, I might be disappointed with myself because we're actually very close to completing the team. So let's take a look at our transfer list. We're at 607,000 coins and we have sold a few Buffals. Basically what happened with this Buffals, I wanted to test something out. I knew that he tended to go for around 90 to 100k, and he was going for 80k last night because they released those league-specific packs. So League 1 Team of the Season players were getting packed left, right, and center. So I went ahead and bought 3 Buffals for around 78,000 to 80,000, and I said, you know what? Let's see what happens. I listed them up for 90,000 coins overnight, and somehow they sold. So I woke up this morning, I saw that they sold, and I'm here like, how did they sell? They were going for 75,000 after I bought them. And it turns out once those packs were gone, the prices went up. And he's actually worth 90k right now. So we made about 5,000 coins or more on each one, which is very nice. And I just kind of regret that I didn't buy more. But you know what? I'm happy with the profit. 15,000k at least made on these Buffals is very nice. The Marchettis that we've had for a few episodes now, I had to lower the price. And they ended up selling for 11,250, 11,500, and so on. So we didn't make that much profit on a Marchetti. We made about 1,000 coins or a little bit more, and that was a little bit disappointing, but profit is profit, and we're just gonna take it. PK, we sold him for 100,000 coins. He actually went up. I was surprised to sell him also. We only made 2,000 coins on him, so that's not much to celebrate on. And now you're looking at Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne, I bought him for about 456,000 on bid, and there's going to be a screenshot right now of that bid, and I sold him overnight for 550,000 coins, which means we made about, let's see, after tax it's 520, we made about 60,000 coins or something like that on one man of the match De Bruyne. But that wasn't the last of De Bruyne, because we will be seeing more of him. Rudiger, we ended up taking a loss on him. He dropped severely, went down to 15,000k, and we bought him for that. So we ended up losing some coins on that Rudiger right there. And that's something that we've noticed a lot throughout this process, that as much as we've made a lot of coins, we've also lost a couple of thousand coins throughout because of players dropping, Lacazette for example. And yeah, we took a huge L. Well, not a huge L, but we did take an L on these Rudigers over here. Kasper Schmeichel, we sold him for 300,000. I'm not sure if I showed him to you guys last episode. Yeah, I think I did. We bought him for 259 like a few episodes back, if I'm not mistaken, and we ended up selling him for 300,000. I'm not sure how much profit we made. I'm gonna say around, if we bought him for 260, that's got to be about 30 to 40,000 coins profit, probably less, 35, something more like that. So that's some nice profit on Schmeichel. All the Arriers, I think we made a loss on these Arriers, if I'm not mistaken, because we bought them for around 2,000 coins or so. So we made some losses on the League 1 players. However, we didn't make a loss on Thiago Silva's. We bought him for 9,000, 10,000, and we sold 2 of them for 15. De Bruyne, once again, I bought him back this time for about 500,000 or something like that, and I sold him for 550 again. So we made some profit, about 25,000 this time, not as much as the first time. And then the Gaetans that we bought, sold them for 22. Another Marchetti there for 12k. Gaetan, that Gaetan trading worked out perfectly. We made so much money on that. And then once again, these are the Rudigers that we ended up making some money on. Ben Arfa, we made about 1,000 coins on him. Bought him for like 4,000, sold him for 5,000. And then I went ahead and bought De Bruyne again, once again for 500,000 coins. You're gonna see it right there. I bought him for 499 on a bin this time. And with that, and we also bought Joe Hart. We bought him for 115. So with that, we can officially check these guys both off the checklist. We're going to put them in the squad, and we're going to go ahead and play with them. And something you guys should know is that I'm not sure how long De Bruyne is going to stay at the team for now, because we obviously need him to complete the squad, because I might keep trading with him. So if he manages to disappear, don't worry, he will be making his return. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and play the first game. So we jump into the first game with the first City squad. De Bruyne is in the team, Hart is in the team, and this will be the first time we play with both of them. They're going to be making their debut. Pretty excited. We haven't started off well in Division 1. We have a tie and a loss, I believe. So we need to start getting wins or else we will get relegated. So we go into our first game and we come across this guy who's got a Turkish lead side with, of course, a bunch of team of the season players. Some pretty nice cards in there. Mario Gomez card is pretty good, I think. And I've heard great things about that Podolski card. So it's going to be interesting to see how this side plays because, you know, people say that once you have a bunch of inform cards in the team, you get handicapped. But since we both have a few inform cards in there, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And over here, Company with a terrible mistake right there. Couldn't clear it. Really annoying right there. And Jose Sosa, the Argentinian cam, scores on that mistake by Company. So pretty annoying to concede that goal, but there's still plenty of time for us to get back into it. And over here in the 16th minute, Jose Sosa once again causing trouble for our defense. This time it would be Podolski with an absolute screamer, puts it into the top right corner. Absolutely unsavable. There's no goalkeeper that could have saved that, and I couldn't complain with that finish because that was amazing. So we're down 2-0, not a great start, and we're trying to find our way back into it over here with Sterling in the 33rd minute. He's trying to give it to someone, ends up giving it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne with a great chance to make his mark and give us the 1-0 lead. Unfortunately, he shoots it right at the goalkeeper, and with that, we would head into the second half, down 2-0. De Bruyne has had 4 shots. Unfortunately for him, no goals. And I really think that chance that he just missed was a very good chance that he really should have finished, considering he is the 90 rated man of the match. But whatever, he's going to have a lot more chances, so hopefully he can score on one of those. And over here in the 45th minute, I said, you know what? Clichy is really annoying me. You guys didn't see it, but throughout the whole first half, Clichy was doing my head in. His attacking work rate was, he was basically playing midfield or as a striker because he was never in the defense. I kept getting broken down. So I said, you know what, Clichy, it's time you come off. I went ahead, brought on Sanya at the left back role, and we would see how that plays on. And over here in the 56th minute, De Bruyne trying to make up for that miss early on in the game, and over here swings it across to Aguero. Aguero hits the post, and Navas backheels it into the back of the net. What a strange goal. I think that's the first backheel I've ever scored this year, but you know, I don't even know. Like, he wasn't facing the way of the goal, so it only made sense that he backheeled it, but I just thought it was a funny finish right there. We pull him back, and with that, we're officially back in the game, looking to grab a second. And over here in the 62nd minute, Fernandinho sends De Bruyne through. De Bruyne with a great chop right there. And unfortunately, once again, De Bruyne can't score. This time is denied by the post, and he is just knocking on that door. Hopefully, the third time's a charm for him, and he can get himself a goal. And over here in the 72nd minute, our opponent would go on the attack, this time with Nani on the left-hand side. Nani is going to beat that Zabaleta with the mistake. And once again, Sosa capitalizes on a mistake. This time, it was Zabaleta, and I honestly couldn't believe it. What are the odds of our defense making 2 mistakes like that ends up in a Sosa goal? I was extremely infuriated with the defense. The only one I wasn't mad at was Otamendi because he was the only one playing amazing. And I said, you know what? Let's try something I've never done before, and that was a switch of formation. I went to a 4-2-2. Haven't heard really anything about this formation. I don't think it's a good formation, but I said, you know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's bring on David Silva and see what would happen. And over here in the 80th minute, Yaya Torres steals the ball. We are on the attack, looking to get a second goal. And over here, Yaya Torres lays it off to Fernandinho. Fernandinho is going to wait for more people to push up. Ends up giving it to De Bruyne, and De Bruyne finally gets that long-awaited goal right there with a great finish on his right foot. And in the 86th minute, I went all-out attack, was trying to rescue a point. I didn't want to lose again. And over here, Yaya Toure gives it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne trying to beat the defender right there, ends up doing so, goes on a messy run, and on his left foot, with a great finish, makes it 3-3, becomes the hero of the game as he helps us rescue a point in a game in which I really thought we were going to lose. And with that, the game finishes 3-3. De Bruyne gets himself 2 goals on his debut. Unfortunate not to have gotten a win, and we rescue a point in a pretty tough match. And I think that if a lot of things that happened didn't happen, I probably could have won that game. I feel like I could have won that game. Like, you look at the company giving it right to Sosa, Zabaleta giving it right to Sosa. If that didn't happen, you know, and De Bruyne didn't miss so many chances like he did, I think we could have gotten a win there. But unfortunately it wasn't to be, and we end up tying. So we're 0-2-1. 0-2-1. We're 0-2-1, and we go ahead and take our look at our transfer list, and we have sold De Bruyne. A little bit after that game, I did go ahead and list him, and I sold him for 600k, which is insane because that means we have made about 70,000 coins profit. We're obviously going to buy him back, and I think I did buy him back because my coin total is pretty low. And I also listed Hart, and he also did sell. You're gonna see right over here that he ended up selling for 150,000 coins, which now looking back on is probably a little bit of a low price because he's currently going for 200k. So hopefully he does drop back down and we can buy him for cheaper. So we sold both those guys. We made profit on both those guys. And I also went ahead and picked up Hagi, the legend. I know that his price is usually around 400k, and I saw one go for 315, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna buy it. And as time goes on, hopefully he does rise in price and we make some nice profit on him. We're still holding on to the MLS players. It's still a while before the MLS team of the season, and we are going to hold on to those guys until then. And like I said, I went ahead and bought De Bruyne once again, 500k, buy now. And we're going to obviously list him up as much as we can before we play the next game and see what happens. Also went ahead and rebought Schmeichel for 235,000 coins. I know that I can't sell him for 300,000. We've done it in the past, so that's why I went ahead and bought him back for 235. And hopefully, similar to Hagi, as time goes on, we can make some profit off these legends. So we're going to go ahead and relist them now. And we're going to jump into our second game of the episode with De Bruyne, man of the match again. Unfortunately, we don't have man of the match Hart, so he won't be playing that game. We're going to end up playing with the normal Hart, and we jump into our second game, and our opponent has an amazing side over here. A Bundesliga with a touch of BPL and Liga BBVA. What a team. Team of the season, Hernandez in for Muller, Royce and Robin on the wings. What a team. And not to mention that he also has team of the season, Mesut Ozil, who right there gives a great pass to Royce, and our opponent would grab the first chance of the game over here. Royce gives it back to Ozil, but it ends up going to Robin and company with a great clearance right there. I kind of forgave him for that mistake he made in the first game with that clearance right there. And with that, we would head into the half 0-0. And this game was a game of very few chances. As you saw right there, there was only one good chance in the first half. Despite our opponent having 3 shots on target, that was his best chance really, and we couldn't really create anything either until the 60th minute over here when De Bruyne would give it to Fernandinho. Fernandinho to Aguero. Aguero is going to give it back to Fernandinho. Fernandinho sees Navas, and Navas with a great chance to make it 1-0. Shoots it wide, and we wouldn't get a goal right there. So a little bit annoying that Navas couldn't finish that, but I can't really expect much from him because I know his finishing is really low. And in the 60th minute, it was time for a change once again. I didn't really know who I wanted to bring on because I knew I didn't want to take off De Bruyne for Silva. It would be a crime to do so. So the only sub we made was Sanya in for Zabaleta. And over here in the 72nd minute, our opponent would have a great chance outside the box from a free kick. Marco Reus is going to take it. Yaya Toure this time with the clearance, and Robin gets the rebound, and on his weak foot, he shoots it wide. So we breathe a sigh of relief, and after that, I said, you know what, this formation is just not working. I'm not creating any chances at all. I need to change something, and that is what I went ahead and did. Went to a 4-3-1-2, kept everybody the same. I took off Navas, though, and put on Fernando, and as you see right there, I was checking the work rates because I didn't know who I wanted to have in the middle, whether it would be Fernandinho or Fernando. Turns out they both have the same work rates, so I went with Fernandinho in the middle because he can have a few good shots from that role. And yeah, we put Sterling at striker with Aguero. Hopefully we could create some chances. And over here, Otamendi with an amazing chance to give us the winning goal. Ends up tapping it right to Neuer, and in the 90th minute we go ahead and clear it out from the defense. However, Fernando loses it to Muller, intersects the Riri pass. However, it bounces right back to Dani Alves. Dani Alves to Muller. Muller has a shot, rebound falls to Robin, and Robin scores the deciding goal in the 90th minute. I couldn't believe it. I was fuming because I cleared it out once, twice, thrice, but the ball just kept going back to our opponent, and then Muller has a shot and it bounces perfectly to Robin's feet in the 90th minute to lose us the game. And with that, like I said, we lose the game 1-0. I went all out attack, and from kickoff, I tried going on a run with Aguero over here, you're going to see. And the ref would deny us that chance of somehow getting back into this game as he blows for full time. We lose that game 1-0. Another loss in Division 1. Probably the most painful game we've had in Division 1. I really feel like a draw would have been a fair result, but unfortunately we lose and we're 0-2-2 in Division 1, and we are looking very good for relegation. Anyways, guys, this has been episode 50. My name is Pippi Deed, and I'm out.